All right, everybody. I hope today has been a good day for you so far. Um, I wanted to talk about something that has been on my mind. Something's always on my mind, but more recently it came up because it's January. We're in the season of New Year's resolutions and setting goals and vision boards and making plans. And the truth of the matter is, some of us, myself very much included, we struggle with trying to figure out, oh, okay, like, what is a goal? Like, I know the definition of a goal, but when it comes to applying it to, like, for me, myself, sometimes that can be hard. Sometimes that can be challenging because you're still unclear on what your purpose is. You're still unclear somewhat as to why you're here, or even if you have some idea of what that purpose could possibly be, it's a change from what you're doing right now. And perhaps what you're doing right now is profitable. What you're doing right now is lucrative. You're making money. Like, you're not trying to change into like a different space. So, how do you know? Like, how do you know how to shift? How do you know when it's time to move? How do you know if you're in the right space? And the quick and short answer to that is you just know. All right. So I know that's not very helpful, but that's really what it is. So oftentimes when you think about, oh, okay, my purpose, the future, a plan, you are thinking about, oh my gosh, something grandiose, like 5, 10 years down the line, how you see yourself collect the award and being like this significant person in society. And what we really fail to think about is, oh, okay, but what's the next right step? And sometimes that right step could just be like reaching out and talking to someone, acting on something that has been on your mind for a long time, following up on even a text message, a DM, an email. And we know that that's the next step because there's a still small voice that's like constantly, ever so faintly, but constantly reminding you, like, remember to respond to that. Yo, remember to respond to that. And sometimes it isn't that the opportunity is one that you receive right away after responding to that email, but that's what will open the door. And because we are so attached to the outcome, we want to have everything pre-planned before you make the first step. But God don't work like that. Sometimes you just need to do that one thing. Most times, all the time, actually. Focus on the next right step. Focus on what you can control that's right here. And then just let it go. Yeah. I know it kind of sounds hard to wrap your mind around, but I challenge you. I'm challenging you to try that for the next week, for the next day, even. Make a list. You can start from a list and say, okay, these are things that I've been procrastinating on that perhaps didn't even think were that important, but they have been on my mind. They have remained on my mind. They are things that I know I want to get done. I just have not made the time, prioritize them, and actually done what I needed to do to get them done. I'm gonna try start with 3 or something, and see how it works. And I promise you, I promise you, 100% of the time, when you make that move, oh, you better be prepared for what's coming back because things start happening. Things start happening when you make the move. So trust yourself. Trust yourself. Like,